Hi, I'm Sarah. I am the clinical assistant here at New Directions for Women. I want to tell you about a story of really how New Directions for Women gives women second chances. For the first 2 years of my recovery, I couldn't find a job. I had some issues in my background that prohibited me from getting the positions that I wanted. I couldn't go back to the legal field because of those issues. I heard that the church that I was attending was going to have a job fair. And so I thought to myself, fantastic, these people are Christians, they all know me. I'm going to get a job, no problem. So they had the job fair. I went to every booth that day and I was honest. I told them my story. I told them my issues and my background. And every booth said that they would not be able to hire me. The very last booth that I walked up to that day was New Directions for Women. And they said, we believe in giving women second chances. And 3 weeks later, I got the job, and it's next month it'll be 9 years of employment. New Directions was my get well job, and I'm still here today because I love this facility. God works in mysterious ways. I was hired on my 3-year anniversary of my sober date. And that's coming up next month, and I'll be celebrating 12 years of sobriety. And so that's it, that's my story.
Go see Mama.
Oh my goodness, do you have chips?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
So tell us who this is
This is my son Bradley.
and what kind of things did he do while he was living on campus at New Directions, and who took care of him?
So New Directions has a daycare on site, and they have phenomenal daycare. So I would go to group from 8 to 4, and he would be in daycare from 8 to 4. They take him to the park, go on little walks, and that's where he would be while I was getting better.
And at night, what happened?
We had our own little home on campus, and it's a really nice house. And so I would pick him up from daycare at 4, and we would go back to our house, and then we would go to dinner with all the other clients, and Bradley and I would go back to our home and go to bed and wake up the next morning and do it all over again. So if you are pregnant and you do have children, I believe that New Directions is a phenomenal place for women and children. I decided to come here, and they guided me. I have 2 other children, and they really guided me in how to learn how to be a mom to my new son that I had. This place is, I don't know how to explain it. They are miracle workers, amazing. Like I said before, my life was in complete shambles and turmoil, and now my life is great. I have all my kids back in my life, and I'm raising my autistic little 2.5-year-old on my own, and it's all due to New Directions. They really taught me how to become the woman I am today.
Before I came to New Directions for Women, I was completely broken. I lived out here in Costa Mesa. I was addicted to drugs. I was living on the streets with an abusive boyfriend. And there was nothing, for me, it was either go and get help or to die. And there was no, in between for me. So I decided to give it a try and get help. And I came to a detox at home. And then I came into New Directions for Women, and 4 years later, I still haven't left. New Directions is my family. It's my second home, if it wasn't for them, I would probably still be out on the streets, if not dead. They, took me in with open arms. It wasn't just a treatment facility. It was a home with loving and caring people who cared about our well-being. So what we do in Alumnae is on every Thursday night we have a alumni dinner where all the alumni that have gone through the program come back to campus to fellowship with all of the newcomers that are still on campus, residential and sober living. They have a dinner, and then right after The dinner is an actual AA meeting, and when we were open a few months back, there was probably about 50 people that showed up. It was extremely heartwarming, and just to see all the people that wanted to come back onto campus to be helpful to the newcomers and be of service to the newcomers, and that's what we do as alumni. So that's what I come to work. It's not like I come to work for like a 9-to-5 job. I come to work to try and give what I was given.